Welcome back, friends. It's us again. We made it back. Oh my God, dude. How long has it been? 5 weeks?
2 months? Oh.
Yeah, might as well be. This is the Digital Demons podcast. Good Lord have mercy. Have I missed doing podcasts, honestly?
Where have you been?
Where haven't I been? I've been all over the fucking place. And it's been a lot of travel for me lately.
Too much.
Doing all kinds of traveling for work. And so I really just haven't had the opportunity to sit down and really get stuff together and collect my own thoughts, much less put together a show. So my bad, I guess, dude. I'm not trying to leave you guys hanging, but that's just life for you. We're back, man. This is the 29th episode. Fucking it's close to 30. We would have probably had fucking 40 something by now if I would have done my other ones. But like I said, dude, you get real busy and
life happens.
Life happens, and life definitely, as much as I love doing this, does take precedence over doing podcasting. So with that being said, welcome to the episode. There's been a tremendous amount of shit that has gone down, as we all know. If you're following the news, dude, had hurricanes, had fucking all kinds of just crazy, terrible shit going down all over the U.S. So if you're listening to this and you've been affected by the hurricane, sorry, man, that sucks.
Let's talk about the hurricanes.
Oh, God.
Can you, they had one hurricane and then, 2 weeks later?
Yeah, back to back.
And not only that, they had tornadoes.
All kinds of fucking wacky weather.
Oh, my gosh. I can't imagine. I love rain. I love rain, thunder, lightning. I love all that, but I can't imagine the shit that everyone, on the East Coast had to go through because, there's a love for rain and then
there's a hatred for hurricanes.
That's, I can't. There was this lady, I know there's quite a few people out there that have houses like this, but this lady, her and her husband built this house right on the water in Florida. And this house was specifically built to withstand a Cat 5 hurricane, but they still didn't stay in their home.
No, I wouldn't either.
And it was my gosh, it was they had the whole, what's it called when the things that come down over the windows and doors and stuff like that.
I know what you're talking about. I don't know what the specific name is.
It's this metal sheet that you either do by hand or, by a button, and it just completely covers all of the windows and doors. Mm-hmm. Hospitals are using this barricade, and I'm just and they even said once winds get to, it's either 40 to 45 or 45 to 50 miles per hour, if you need help, they're not going to help you. And it's that's really scary.
Yeah, I mean, that's they tell you to get out before all that comes, and if you don't listen, I guess then you're
that
shit out of luck.
Yeah. I mean, it sucks, but like I said, there's a love for rain, and then there's that, and that's really horrible.
It's too much for me. That's why I live on the West Coast, where we have earthquakes that can just fucking level entire cities unexpectedly.
Tear down houses and all that.
Yeah.
You're also a lizard, so.
I mean, I've been to Florida before, and it wasn't that bad.
Albeit that
it was cold as fuck, though.
I always call him a lizard because mind you, he's 20 pounds and I'm 120 pounds, well, more than that, but he would rather be in the heat than the cold. And I'm I thrive in the cold because it's easier. And I've said this multiple times before. It's easier to warm up when you're cold than it is to cool down when you're hot. But
that's your opinion.
Well, that's the truth.
Oh my God. Yeah, hurricanes fucked a bunch of shit up, and it's One of those
Sad.
things you don't really have control over, I guess.
How about that Lieutenant Dan?
Oh yeah, that dude. Yeah, he was like a celebrity after all that stuff, like before and after that. And they're like, yeah, Lieutenant Dan's fine. He's doing okay. And then he got in trouble for saying the N-word like a week later.
Mind you, he's been in jail 4 times already. Yeah, he's been in jail 4 times already. So I'm like, well,
not really surprising. Not really that surprising.
Like, he had a really big deal with, I can't remember what brand that he signed with, but he signed with a brand, and he was like making these videos, and then he was signed for like a lot of money, and then said the N-word, and it was like, he was like, oh, sorry.
Right, we're just going to go ahead and take that back.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Like, nah,
Thanks,
yeah.
Thank you.
No, not.
Yeah. Yeah. So that guy got in trouble, dropping some N-bombs, and, dude, it's just been crazy, especially like the whole aid thing that they had. You know, they're busy giving billions, hundreds of millions to these countries, and these ones over here and this one over there. They're going to send another $1 bajillion over to Ukraine. And then they're like, you know, we know you guys lost everything. Your life has been depleted of, you know, resources, and your house just got washed away. But here, $750. This is going to make it all better.
You might be able to buy a couch. You might be able to get a fridge.
I doubt it. Not for $750. The fucking washing machine alone was like $1,600.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, that's chump change.
Bidenomics.
Bidenomics, baby. That's the policy that they've come to try to force everybody to love. Not really everybody loves it.
I need to talk about this.
What are you talking about?
Okay, so we're on the West Coast, and we've been, we do have Biden as our president, and shithead running for president. But for natural disasters, we've been fine. No COVID, no this, no that. Like, we've been okay on that aspect, right?
I guess so.
Right. We went to Costco on Sunday. Okay. We leave for Vegas tomorrow. We'll talk about that. But so I told him, I said, hey, you know what? Let's go to Costco, grab a couple things so that we don't have to buy that out there. Like, we have it, take it with us. Cool. We needed to get toilet paper. Like, we always have a bunch of toilet paper.
Well, it's not like we have a shit fest here either, but let's just say we buy in bulk so that way we don't have to constantly go out. It's not like we're, oh God, I shit my pants on Monday. Oh, it's here on Wednesday again.
That's his perspective.
Go on. Hey, back up, bud. I know. I see you. There's Blaze again, everybody. Go lay down, bud. Go on.
So anyways,
see you later.
It's cheaper to buy toilet paper at Costco than it is to buy like a 6-pack at Vons, Stater Brothers, wherever. It's cheaper to buy it in bulk, So we've got some here, but we're like, oh, let's just pick it up while we're there. Costco is completely out of toilet paper. Why? Because everyone on the West Coast is seeing what's happening on the news because of the hurricanes. That's the East Coast. Okay? So we go to cash out, and I asked the cashier, or I made a joke, and I was like, he was like, oh, did you guys find everything okay? And I was like, yeah, except for toilet paper. Like, what's going on? And he was like, oh yeah, everyone's buying it out, whatever.
Well, I knew something was up because, like I said, when we were going through the aisles, I'm like, they don't have any of it like where they usually do. Well, and I haven't seen a single soul with it on their cart or their little push things or whatever. And I'm like, they're completely out. They're out.
It's crazy because they had a bunch of water, which, like, going back to like COVID, a few years ago, water, toilet paper, paper towels, all that stuff was out. But water was fine at Costco, but they were completely out of toilet paper. And it's like, nothing is going on out here.
People prioritizing, shitting rather than staying hydrated. It's just something that we all do.
But I mean, it's like, watch the news and you'll see that like nothing's happening out here. You know, like we don't have hurricanes that are coming in. We're not having extreme, I mean, besides the heat.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, we get extreme heat, but I don't think that's a reason to.
Yeah, we're not going to go and buy all the toilet paper because
Buy
it's
all the toilet
110
paper.
degrees.
So, yeah, that blew my mind.
And also shout out to the door lady at Costco too, dude.
I was just going to say, tell them what happened.
Oh my God. Okay,
oh
so
my gosh.
typical Costco run, you go in there for 3 items, it's like a $700 bill, whatever. And I'm pretty sure we've all done the thing where we're just like, oh, it's fucking expensive. Here's the card, pay for it, or here's the cash, whatever. Don't even really pay attention to it. Okay, so the total came out to like $160 or whatever it was. And I was thinking like, dude, that's a little bit steep. We didn't like have even half of the cart filled.
We had 4 items.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm sorry. Wait, 1, 2. We had
Whatever it was.
We had like 5.
4 or
We
5.
had 5 items. Okay.
And so like we're getting there, we get rung up, and I'm just like, God, like about to tax that ass again. So just give him the card, does his thing, and then gives us the receipt. And then on the way out, and it's like rush hour at Costco because we refuse to go early like we should. So we're sitting there and we're waiting to get out, and there's 2 lines, and all the people are funneling out of the store, getting their receipts checked. And I'm just kind of like, all right, hand the lady the receipt. Let's get the fuck out of here. And so she hands her the receipt, and I just kind of just humdrum, like push the cart out, and I'm like walking to the car, and she's like, wait.
She's like, oh,
come back
she's
here.
Like, miss. And I'm on the phone with my mom.
Yeah. And I'm just oblivious to the fact, like, all right, whatever. Like, what, like, and so I turn around, and she's like, they double charged you for your Red Bull case. And I'm like, what the fuck? So like, I go back, and the lady's looking at it, and she's like, yeah, see right here, they double charged you. Okay. Her finding that in an ocean of people departing the store was like top tier for me, because they were like, oh yeah, we're gonna go back and refund you guys right now. Or if you guys want to grab another case, go ahead. We'll just give you guys the refund. So I'm like, God damn, like if I would have just been lazy as shit and like just decided to go out, or like went to the other person who wasn't as thorough, dude, my refund for this shit was like $40-something.
It's like, yeah, $45.
Yeah.
And not only that, like, so we were walking back, and I was like, oh, let's just get another Red Bull. And he made a good point. He's like, so we got a, what, 20?
It was a 24 pack.
24 pack of Red Bull. So I was like, oh, let's just get another one. He's like, what are we going to do with over 40 Red Bulls? And I was like, oh, that's true. Because I don't drink Red Bull like that anymore. And I mean, he doesn't. He'll have like 1 or 2 every like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I was gonna say if even that. Like
Yeah.
I drink Red Bull when I have like mixed drinks and stuff like that, but I'm not just gonna go and take one and just pop it up and drink it for the hell of it.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, that refund was nice, and I was surprised that lady caught that, because I was like, dude, there's so many fucking people right now. For her to pick that out and not just do the little swipe mark across the thing was like top tier. So shout out to that lady. I doubt you're ever going to see this or hear about it if your friends.
Her name is Betsy. Yeah. And not only that, as soon as, you know, she called the manager, you know, so that, you know, he could get the refund. 2 people behind us, I don't know, it was like some other lady.
She was just picking them off. Yeah, she's like, you didn't pay for this mustard. And I was just like, God damn, she's going like hard right now. It was like an older lady, and she had like an entire cart. Like we only had a few items, but this lady had an entire cart. She had 2 giant packs of like ice. Like she had a whole bunch of stuff in her cart, like top, middle, bottom. Yeah.
And she caught that one thing. And thank goodness he like told the manager like, hey, like props to her, because like I remember her name and her face, because that was so amazing. It was so awesome.
Yeah, I was like, she needs to get like an award or recognition or something, dude, because that was legit.
Was crazy.
Spray bottles on deck.
Knock it off, you guys. Yes, this is our handy dandy
deterrent.
Knock it off for children.
So yeah, we had the Costco run. So let's get into the meat and potatoes, dude. Since we last did a podcast, we bought a litter robot. A litter litter robot.
Little robot.
We bought a little robot. We bought a little robot.
What's it called?
A litter robot.
Litter robots.
Yeah, litter robot 4 to be specific. And dude, game changer. Shout out to the litter robot. Let's clap it up for the litter robot. Yeah, dude, had to break down and get one. Just because now that we have the 3 cats, it just is a little bit much. And yeah, this thing is the fucking bee's knees. You can control it off your phone. It does everything on its own. So yeah, if anybody from Litter Robot happens to see or hear this, like, you know,
sponsor us with bags.
Hook your boy up.
Yeah.
I doubt it. But yeah, if you guys are cat owners out there, I would highly suggest buying one of these.
Or even tiny dogs, like, you know, the little runt chihuahuas. Well, I mean, no, seriously.
Like, I don't think a dog would use it. It's not practical for a dog. Definitely for a cat.
Well, litter robot cats, but there have been a lot of, like, I've seen a lot of videos of, you know, little chihuahuas, Pomeranians, like the tiny little purse dogs, that kind of thing. Yeah. They can use it too.
I'll get this side.
Thank you.
We're gonna give a blast to you. See you later, Holmes. Blast off.
Down.
Blast off.
Nope. See,
you
now
will
he's
get blasted.
got all the animals started. He doesn't know how to use the water gun.
Yeah. So the litter robot, it's I'm not even gonna say it's a little. It's on the pricey side of things. It's like $700. Mm-hmm. If you can swing that, I would highly suggest getting one because it's gonna make your life 100,000 times better. Yeah, so that was one of the new advancements in technology that we've come across.
I will say this. Again, it is on the pricey side. Like, we got ours at Best Buy. We paid for it up front, but, you know, if you have like a Best Buy credit card, it honestly is worth it because we were going through, with 3 cats, we were going through, do you remember how big it was, like, what, 15 pounds?
It's a big box. Yeah, bunch of boxes.
Blaze just ran in the room with a tire around his face. We were going through about like 45, 50 pounds of litter every month. Because with 3 cats, as much as they shit and pee, you got to clean it quite often and clean it out. With the litter robot, with it always cycling every time there's a cat in there, it saves us a lot of litter. And, you know, you just empty out the drawer and
that's it.
You save, in the long run, you save a lot of money on litter because it's amazing.
Does everything for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, we decided to get one of those. Man, let's see what else we got here so far. Oh, this was a fun one. So I decided to tear down my actual real drums the other day just because I don't play them. They're loud. They disturb everybody. And not that it's not fun, but I hooked up my electronic drum kit and decided to come home from work on Friday and just jam out for a little bit. And so I had her sitting here just basically DJing the phone, and I would just play along to whatever songs, and I was just like, yep, go for another one. Just pick these songs out and I'll play to them or whatever. So she's like, hey, do you want a drink? And I was like, yeah, I'll have a drink, whatever. That's, you know, it's Friday. Let's get loose, dude.
What weekend was it?
It was the anniversary weekend, 4 years. So anyways, I'm sitting there, and that was a double shot.
I know.
So I'm sitting there like playing for a little bit, and then she's making me drinks or whatever, and I end up playing from what would you say, like 4:45 maybe?
Yeah, maybe even like 4:30, because right when you came home, you were still in your work clothes.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was in my work clothes still. So This fucking guy. Look at Bandit right now. If you could see him.
Oh,
This fool's got a fucking life raft around his neck because his ear decided to balloon, and now we have to drain it.
he's
Like,
got a hematoma, and he
Yeah.
can't have surgery on it.
gross.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was sitting there playing just song after song after song after song. I mean, it was a blast, don't get me wrong, but goddamn, by the time I got up off of the throne and I was done playing for the night, which was about, I don't know, what would you say, quarter till midnight?
Yeah, because at like 11, a little after 11, I was like, all right, I'm calling it quits because
Yeah,
I was tired.
And I had played from
Nonstop.
like 4 something,
Nonstop.
yeah, 4 something, and I maybe went pee like once or twice, and I talked on the phone for a little bit, and other than
We
that, it
didn't
was
have
just
dinner either.
Yeah,
We
nothing.
were just so wrapped up in like,
Me just being a fucking
Yeah.
idiot, just
No.
just doing my thing.
ignore him.
So the only thing I had to eat that day was like one of those ramen bowls at work, just like the little quick heat up ones. And needless to say, I was trash canned by the end of the night, just drinking while I was playing drums. And it was a blast, but it was
so much fun.
yeah, it was a good time. But I had a lot to drink and got shit faced. I stood up off the throne and I was just like, oh.
It's like,
Fuck, like,
whoa,
yeah,
everything's spinning now.
Yeah, because the whole time I'm moving and I'm playing, so I don't really notice it at all. And then when I wind back down and everything like settles again, you're drunk. So
Which is weird because you didn't seem drunk at all.
I started falling apart like towards the very end, and I was just like, dude, I can't
No,
play
you
anymore.
didn't.
Like my hands they don't actually look bad at all because I played for a really long time, and usually when you get back into things, well, at least for me, I know other drummers and stuff like that, they'll, wrap their fingers up or whatever, but I haven't played in a really long time and definitely not hours worth of playing. So my hands I was expecting my hands to be like super just blistered and just really fucked up. And surprise, surprise, they aren't. Still clean. There's nothing on there. Definitely got a little bit of callus work going on there, but that's cool because I'm going to keep playing now that it's just in its own little space and it's not disturbing anybody outside the house.
Pause that. We're going to go back to the fact that he put his drum set away because I was teaching myself, like I was trying to be cute, I guess, and teach myself how to play the drums. So I could be like, hey, babe, look what I can do.
Look what I can do.
Look what I can do. And then I decided, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to have him help me, We have really incredible neighbors. I'm sure I've said this before. Our neighbors behind us, because his drums were right there. Like he's played the drums before at night, during the day. Don't even start, Blaze. And I've texted them before and I'm like, hey, if our music, the drums, if anything's too loud over here, text me, let me know. Now, mind you, they come over here all the time. They bring us food. Like last night, Crystal, the wife, she brought us little pumpkin muffins.
Bomb.
And oh my God, they're amazing. And she brought us like a catnip toy for the cats. So like we have a really good relationship. She would tell us, hey, turn your shit down.
Which they never have.
Exactly. So the drums have never been loud enough to bug them. So I'm bitter that he put the drums away, but I'm glad that he's playing.
Yeah, well, I mean, going back to how you want to teach yourself, now you can play. It's a practicing pad kit. It's not just a practice pad kit. It's a full electric kit.
But it's not the real thing. That's what I got used to.
This is how you learn. This is how you get your mechanics and your
But it doesn't
what am I
have
looking
the
for?
full setup that
Yeah,
I was
it
used
does.
to.
Well, you're not going to be fucking going off of China's and ride cymbals and splashes and crashes and all kinds of shit like that just off the bat.
I was trying to.
Yeah, but you're not gonna realistically if you're learning how to fucking play drums. This will teach you the basics. This is a basic setup, very basic, and that's all you need. You just need to get your motor skills and your muscle memory down, and then once you do that, then we might be able to set the real ones up, and you can jam like Tommy Lee.
Like Tommy Lee.
But yeah, so rocked out on Friday, and
That was fun.
yeah, just had a banger-ranger of a weekend recovering. But it was cool. Always good to get back into something that you love doing, I guess, if you haven't done it for a while. And then we watched the Wolverine and Deadpool movie. Finally. How long has that even been out, dude? Because I don't keep track. We all know that I'm not a movie person, and I don't keep track of movies and new things and actors. I'm horrible with actors, actresses' names.
It's been out for a couple months.
Yeah, so we watched that, and I don't know, like, I don't get into like comic book characters or any of that stuff. So like some of the people that were in that movie, I was just like, all right, cool, dude's on fire. Like I don't even know. So I was like kind of like not weirded out, but I was kind of shocked at how many times they said fuck in that movie.
Well, yeah.
I know it's Deadpool, and I've seen like bits and pieces of that one, but I thought this was going to be more like commercialized towards like kids or like families and stuff like that. When I first saw like the what do you call it, the preview for it.
Yeah.
So he was like motherfucker in this and you fucker that, and I'm just like, dude,
talking about dick and balls and
this is crazy. So
yeah, it was really good.
It was cool though.
Surprised because you actually like in the very beginning of the movie you were laughing.
Oh, I was fucking dying, dude. Like
I was like, this is awesome. Like
he starts fucking those guys up with like the skeleton and stuff like that, and I was cracking up, man.
Spoiler.
I was busting a lot. It's just the beginning of the movie. But dude, I was dying laughing. Like I was like, I'm honestly laughing at this movie right now. I didn't think I was going to, but
it was good. It was, again, spoilers. I was so stoked. I like throughout the entire movie, the first thing I was really excited about is that they had Blade in the movie, which like that was awesome. Wesley Snipes. And then that they showed they got tossed into, I can't remember what it was called, they called it the garbage or something like that, anyways, into like another world, and they had Ant-Man's full body, but like
I was like the base layer for the
so those of you that know Marvel, Ant-Man is I don't know why I can't remember his name, but Ant-Man is tiny, but then he can turn into like a giant. So in Deadpool and Wolverine, they had Ant-Man's giant body dead with the skeleton and the outer costume.
Yeah, but it was the bad person's like layer that they were using it as.
But it was Ant-Man's body, and I loved the Ant-Man and then Ant-Man and Wasp, I think it was. Anyways, but I was like, oh, not Ant-Man. Yeah. But it was a good movie. It was really funny.
That was pretty cool. I thought it was all right. Yeah. And then what else? What else we got?
Ooh, so I saw a video the other day. It's kind of super random.
Of?
So it was a hit and run. I want to say it was like in like Colombia or something like that, but it was a video of, this was wild. It was this lady recording she's recording, but she's also on the phone calling 911. Excuse me. And I guess it was a hit and run, road rage combined. Guy gets out of his car to confront the road rage other person. The other person gets in the car and drives into the driver's side where the guy got out and pinned him.
Nice.
Like, he's standing, like, car doors open. He's standing in front of the car door. Car drives into it, and he gets pushed. The original guy gets pushed into the car, but his legs are stuck outside of the door while the car door is pinned inside. So it's like car door with the guy inside. Yeah.
He's like folded.
Yeah, and his legs are just sticking out. And there's like 3 or 4 people trying to open the door. Can't open the door. His legs are just stuck out. Like, I don't, it was horrible.
So the moral of that story is don't road rage because you get your fucking legs chopped off in your door if you get T-boned by the other person. Funny.
That's so sad.
Well, don't be an idiot on the road, and it saves you time and money and your legs.
Well, it was the other guy that was road raging.
Yeah, you never know. Don't do stupid shit. Don't drive like a piece of shit. How about that? That's
Ooh, speaking of
The overall.
the overall, the rock throwing that we've been experiencing.
Oh yeah, they caught that guy today.
It's not officially that guy.
Yeah.
But
Yep. It
no.
was updated when I was at the store. It's him because they have him on they have pictures of him.
I know I saw that, but that he wasn't at the anyways.
Well, you have things that are called legs. You can walk away from a scene.
This guy. I'm gonna make you walk to Vegas now.
Fuck, I'll get there come hell or high water, dude. Party on.
Yeah, tell him about the rock throwing.
So yeah, where we're at, it's I wouldn't say it's rural, but there's definitely areas to the east of us that aren't as populated. And there's a major highway that runs through there. So there was this dickhead guy that was just standing on the side of the road and just randomly throwing rocks at cars passing by, and he caused a lot of shit to get fucked up. Like 1 or 2 people died?
2 people died. 1 person got their knee.
And I'm not talking
busted.
about like little rocks, like river rocks or whatever.
Yeah,
He
no.
was throwing fucking chunks of concrete like at the cars as they were driving by, and
One
they
of
were
the
like
pictures was
smashing through the windows.
It was like, yeah, about like that big.
Huge.
Like they're enough to kill 2 people.
Well, yeah, you figure you get a rock thrown at your head at fucking 70, 80 miles an hour. It's not going to really feel that great, and you're probably not going to be alive afterwards.
That's so sad.
So, yeah, that's been going on. It's this fucking serial rock thrower. And I'm hoping the guy that they did get, since you're saying it's disputed now, is the actual guy. And I think they should probably go without a trial and everything and just put him in the dirt and let everybody in the whole fucking community just come and stone this fucking guy to death. That would be amazing.
See, that would be awesome.
Like,
Don't
if they
put him
sold
out of his
tickets-
misery right away. Let him suffer.
Yeah, if they sold tickets, I would definitely get it. I would definitely get us some
Me
to
too.
just go hurl like 4 or 5, and I would just make them count.
Heck yeah.
So, yeah, that's kind of fucked up, but you know, it is mental people, you know, on the streets everywhere in America these days.
No.
Doing crazy shit like that. That's one thing.
Let's talk
Yeah.
about Vegas.
What?
Let's talk about Vegas.
Yeah. We leave to Vegas, T minus what? Who knows? 12 hours.
Oh, yeah. 12
hours from now. We're leaving to Vegas. It's going to be a bitchin' ass time. We're going to
Vegas.
When We Were Young Festival is going to be like our primary like destination for the weekend. And shout out to Brian Torsney. If you ever hear this or you watch this, I fucking
Brian,
love you, dude.
Thank you so much.
Brian and Celeste. Yeah.
Those are so amazing.
Badass. And I don't know if maybe your guys' baby will be here by the time this gets released. I don't know.
That would be so cool.
Yeah, shout out to those two. Definitely good, super dope people. Amazing friends. And yeah, so
I have to give like a really big shout out to Brian and Celeste too. Brian left on his first big work trip. 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
2 years ago. And when he came back, I had reached out to Brian, and they live like 4 hours away?
No, they're in San Marcos.
Yeah, but that's far away. It's like 3 hours away.
It's a long ways away.
It's a trek. So I planned excuse me, I had planned a welcome home party to surprise Ryan, and I invited them. Brian came. His wife was busy, but he drove up here, and I made Ryan answer the door, and he was so surprised. But he drove, we'll say the 3 hours up here, hung out for another 3 hours, and drove the 3 hours home.
Yeah.
Like, such a great friend, super awesome dude. And
Indeed.
now we get to go to When We Were Young Festival.
Yeah, because those tickets were sold the fuck out. Like, it's a huge thing going on in Vegas this weekend. And if you're not familiar with it, check it out. It's going to be a pretty good time. I think it's going to be a blast. And yeah, dude, I'm excited. Get to see some cool ass bands.
I'm gonna let the BZ out real quick.
And it's okay. And it's not going to be like scorching out. Thank the gods, because The last thing you want to do is sit at a 12-hour plus long festival during the day, and then you're just like completely maxed out, and that sucks. So yeah, it's only going to be like 70 something degrees this weekend in Vegas, which is pretty sweet, but it is going to get cold as shit at nighttime. So I gotta kind of double check my wardrobe selection and make sure I'm not freezing my ass off, when that sun goes down out there. But there's going to be all kinds of bands. Let me see who's going to be on that bill. And there's a ton. Yeah, it's going to be My Chemical Romance, A Day to Remember. These are the ones that I'm picking out, not necessarily hating on the other ones, but these are just the big ones. So yeah, Day to Remember, Simple Plan, Coheed and Cambria, Under Oath, Mayday Parade. Let's see who else is August Burns Red, Thursday, Atreyu, Hawthorne Heights. I'm about to be in my fucking emo phase, dude, for that. Cartel, Seosin, dude, I cannot wait to see these guys again. I've seen him a few times before, but I'm like really excited to see those guys again, just because that was definitely like a solid ass like primetime band, at least for me when I was in high school. And this is pretty much all along those lines of like all the way through high school from freshman year to senior year. So I'm excited to see those guys. The Red Jumpsuit Apparatus, All American Rejects were gonna play, and then they had like some kind of management dispute, and they couldn't fit their set in or something like that. So they're not gonna be playing, unfortunately. I was looking forward to seeing them, but there will be Fall Out Boy, Jimmy Eat World, Taking Back Sunday, Pierce the Veil, The Used, Newfound Glory, Dance Gavin Dance, Motion City Soundtrack. I can get down with those guys. Sleeping with Sirens. I'm excited to see those guys. Neck Deep, another one I'm excited to see. Story of the Year. And of course, Kayla's faves, 303. Yeah, no, I wasn't really a fan of those guys, even though they had some pretty big songs. But yeah, she's excited to see them. Amber Lynn, I've seen those guys a few times, and they do not disappoint. But they have Maddie Mullins from Memphis Mayfire singing for them now, so I'm kind of like up in the air with it. I'm sure they're gonna fucking kill, but I'm anxious to see what they sound like with Maddie Mullins on vocals. But I'm sure it's gonna be badass. Yeah, there's just gonna be a bunch of bands playing, and it's gonna be like a full on hardcore day for us. But it's gonna be worth a trip. Plus, I mean, Vegas, dude. When does Vegas suck? Like, not really ever. So it's gonna be cool. I'm looking forward to gambling and taking millions of dollars away from Vegas and coming back rich as fuck. So yeah.
Yeah,
What are you, besides the festival, what are you most excited about? Because
get
we
to
got
see-
a fuckload of stuff we're gonna do, and I'm excited for every single bit of it. I think as it ticks down and we get closer, and especially when we make that little left turn and you start seeing like all the hotels, I'm probably gonna fucking jump through the roof and just ghost ride the truck all the way into the strip.
So I get to see two of my best friends of over a decade. So I'm really excited. One of my friends that we get to see three of my friends. One of them, we've been friends for maybe like 5-6 years. The other two, we've been friends for over a decade. One of those friends, she just got engaged last weekend. So super excited to see her and congratulate her on that. So I'm excited to see my friends. I'm going to give you guys a list of what we're going to be doing.
You got it on deck, huh?
Yes, I do.
Oh
Okay.
my God, dude, my eyes are pouring water.
Oh,
A little bit of water.
excuse me.
Oh, I'm gonna get into the Jamaican accent in a few minutes, but go ahead, let them know what we're gonna be doing.
All right. So a lot of these you guys have like heard of before, but I'm going to be taking Ryan to Container Park, which is out like towards Fremont. it's really cool. You know, if you don't know what Container Park is, I'm sure you've seen the giant praying mantis with like the flames that come out, but it's really cool. The Sphere, we have tickets at 7:00 tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So we're going to be going to the Sphere.
We're basically, in order to accomplish this whole grandiose list, we're going to have to be up so early, and we're going to have to stay up all night long to get all this done, because this is a fucking straight itinerary of shit to do. And I ain't mad at it. Don't think that I'm mad at it. I'm not ungrateful or mad at it, but it's going to be fucking outrageous, dude. Our legs are going to fucking fall off. So I hope you bring your most comfortable walking shoes.
I have 4 pairs of tennis shoes packed, which a little backstory, Vegas is like our place. Like we go pretty much every year. We didn't go last year, but last year was a little hectic, but we pretty much go every year. The last time, like I said, we didn't go last year, but the year before we went to Vegas, we had things to do, but we just like, there were points where we were like, okay, what do we do now? You know? So this year I planned everything out.
She's the boss planner.
Yes, I am.
I'm just a facilitator. I'll get us there.
Yeah.
I'll get us there. And home too. Not gonna leave anybody there. No man left behind.
He's excited.
Unless you get arrested, then your fucking ass is staying there.
No.
Yeah, I ain't bailing you out.
I'm not gonna get arrested.
Let that be on record. I don't think you will, but if it comes down to it, you're gonna be staying in Vegas, and they're gonna shoot jailbirds, and you're gonna be on the fucking show.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah, let's not forget about that.
So I have a whole list of things that we're gonna do.
We'll rifle them off. They know you have a list.
Okay, well, stop talking. Anyways,
Jesus Christ.
I put down shows, but we're already going to one show. We might go to. I do really want to go to a Cirque du Soleil show. I mean, unless you want to go to a Thunder from Down Under. Who's next to me? Hi.
We will not be doing that. We'll go to a Thunder Down Under if you go to a strip club.
I like strip clubs.
Well, I don't see a strip club on your fucking itinerary list.
Next I keep forgetting what I think it's called the Playground, but it's the new thing at the Luxor.
That's gonna be dope.
It's Dave and Buster's for adults.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure you guys have seen it I've seen it everywhere on Instagram and Facebook too.
Well, now that if they stream this off their phone, they will have, I will be willing to bet you right now, if you listen to this on an application on your phone or whatever, or on your speakers in your car or whatever, you'll have an ad for the Playground or something to do with Vegas. I would be willing to bet you right now. Just get that out in the air, out in the ethos.
Yes. So yeah, we're gonna go do that. There's also an aquarium at the Luxor, right?
No, that's at Mandalay Bay.
Oh, Mandalay Bay.
We've done that before.
Some of these things we've done before, but it's so much fun going every time that we're gonna do that again. I love the M&M store because they have like a show and testing and stuff like that. So we're gonna go to the M&M store and see the whole show. Another thing I have on here is one of my friends that I mentioned. She manages this one of like the little restaurant that not a little restaurant. It's called Petey's, but they have like a casino in there too, and they pay out a lot of money. So
supposedly,
she's always posting every day, if not every other day, that someone's winning over $1,000. I think like 2 or 3 days ago,
minimum,
somebody won like just under $8,000 on just the bar top. You know, the bar top, like little, like,
yeah,
just under $8,000.
Yeah, but how long you sit there though for? Probably a while.
I'll sit there for freaking 12 hours if I win freaking $8,000.
You'll probably lose $10,000 to win 8.
Oh, stop it.
Okay, what else you got on there?
Then, of course, when we were young, we're going to go to the I Love Sugar bar, which is right next to the
Link.
The Link.
The High Roller.
Yes, the High Roller. We always go to the High Roller when we're out there. -5, which is the what is it? It's like the frozen
It's an
bar.
ice bar.
Yeah, and it's an ice bar. So you go in, you wear like, a whole jacket and stuff like that, and your cups are frozen, which is cool. I put down the Eiffel Tower restaurant, which is one of our favorite restaurants out there, but someone hasn't made any reservations, so we might not be able to go to that. So
We'll do something.
a fancy dinner. Of course, Fremont Street. I'm going to do the zip line. I've never done it, and I've always wanted to do it.
Story time.
Oh, here we go.
We went to Vegas. I believe it was
Tyler's 21st?
I think so. Yeah, it was a while ago.
I didn't go.
This was before they had all the bells and whistles. It was literally just scaffolding, and it wasn't even. It was probably maybe half as long as the zip line is now, and so we went up, and this was on the way home. So like we had all our stuff ready to go. We're just park the car and jump into Fremont Street, get onto the zip line, and off we go. It was my mom, my brother, and his girlfriend at the time was on the zip line, and then I was on the end. And so the guy's like, "All right, cool," and he sends us off, and we're zooming, and then they are flying, and I just hear my shit just like.
Oh man!
My fucking ass got stuck in the middle of fucking Fremont Street, dangling on this goddamn zip line, just completely still, just spinning in slow motion. And I'm just like, dude, if there isn't a worse fucking place to get stuck dangling in the air with fucking I mean, we did it kind of early in the day, so it wasn't that bad, but it's fucking Fremont Street, dude. It's buzzing all the time. And so lo and behold, I'm sitting there fucking spinning around like an idiot, and I'm just like, dude, somebody's gonna throw something at me right now, and I'm gonna be fucking pissed. So luckily the guy like noticed it when they got down there and like, where's this fool at? Oh yeah, he's like fucking 800 feet back the other way. His shit doesn't work. So the dude had to come out like Mission Impossible. He's like rolling, to me, hooks my shit up, tows me back in, and everybody's just like, oh shit, look, ha ha. And I'm just like, dude, I feel like a fucking asshole right now. So he tows me back in, they unhook me or whatever, and I go back down, and they're like, oh, go see if you can get another like turn or whatever, like see if you can just jump back up there and get a full pull.
Oh man.
So I go to the office, and I'm like, hey, I had a malfunction or whatever on my line. Can I just like run up and try it again? And the lady's like, no.
Ew.
Yeah. And immediately I was red, like just, I can't fucking believe, like, I was like, what do you mean no? Like my shit didn't work. Like it's not me. I didn't do this on my own. Like I didn't fucking burn my, skin of my hands off to put the brakes on this thing. And I'm like, I probably should get another run because, your guys' shit doesn't work, and, just let me have another run. And the lady was like, no. And I was like, well, then let me have a refund for that then, because it didn't obviously work. And they're like, no. So I got fucking double no'd within like a couple minutes, and I left Vegas fuming. Motherfuck this place. These fucking pieces of shit. Fuck this bitch. She fucking didn't let me go again. And from then on, I swore off the zip line. So I will not be participating in the zip line this time.
Yes, you will.
Unless I have the the juices are flowing already, and I'm just like, fuck it, dude, let's go fucking zip line, dude. But yeah, story time's now over. Back to the list of things to do.
Okay.
Thanks for the intermission break there for me to tell my story. I felt it's important.
It was very important.
But now
you are going on it.
Now
again.
they have all the crazy shit where they have like lights and the fucking door drops, and it's a slot machine or whatever it is. I don't know, but
Slotzilla.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. He is going to do it. I promise you guys will see videos. After that, I have Legacy Club, which it's towards the north end of the strip, but it's like a supper club kind of thing. And it faces the entire strip. It's at the very top. It's really cool. It's a really beautiful view. A beautiful view. So that's another one. Then we have Troy's Liquor Bar, which is
on Fremont Street.
It's in the middle of Fremont Street, and it's up on like the second or third floor. So you go out on the balcony and you get to see all of Fremont Street, all of like, you can see like the stages for the music and stuff like that. So that'll be really cool. There's a punk rock museum, which looks really cool.
That's an iffy one. That's an iffy one.
Well, I mean, I've got everything planned out. If we don't have something to do, hey, we're going to go do this. So that's on the list. There's another museum. It's called the Arte Museum. It's like an interactive, it goes based off of all of your senses. So sight, cool. Hearing, smell, touch. So that should be really cool. Old Red Restaurant. That is, I want to say it's Blake Shelton's bar in Vegas.
Yeah, that's a new one. It's like a 3-story fucking like honky tonk bar kind of thing, and they have like a central.
It's a country bar, not honky tonk. Thank you very much. And it's in the middle of the strip.
Okay. Yeah, it's got a stage. They do live music, whatever. You can watch from the 3 tiers. It should be cool.
It'll be really cool. Then we have. I put Slots of Fun because I really want to go to Circus and do like the old school, you know, you put the coins into the machine.
Yeah, they're actually coin-fed machines, not some digital bullshit.
And then last on the list is Coolsville. God, I can't talk today. And that's a tattoo shop near Fremont Street. And it's like the viral, you know, you get like a little tattoo for $10. And I really want to do that. So.
And I hope you don't get fucking AIDS from there.
Oh my gosh. It's a nice tattoo shop, but
I'll be the
but then
judge of
also they have a tattoo bus when we were young, so we'll be getting 2 tattoos while we're out there.
Yep, it should be a pretty entertaining weekend.
Oh my nose.
Oh, did you hear? Okay, so your mom's house podcast has been making fun of Garth Brooks for the longest time. Like, oh, where's the bodies, Garth? Where's the bodies, Garth? And
what about what?
Your mom's house with Tom Segura, their podcast.
I thought you were talking about my mom's actual house.
No,
I was
YMH podcast. So okay. Tom Segura has been having this like ongoing joke thing, like, oh, where's the bodies, Garth? And now they've had some truth to that because Garth Brooks is actually had a lawsuit filed against him for sexual assault and battery. And so the lady that sued him was a hairstylist for him and his wife, Trisha Yearwood. And she claims like, oh yeah, he would like show his balls to me and like in the hotel rooms, and
ooh.
He would send me like all these text messages and all this other stuff. Yeah, so he would like be changing clothes and just be like, "Oh, hey, check it out," and it is what it is. At the end of the day, like, cover your eyes, I guess, or whatever. But yeah, it said he would send her explicit text messages and pressure her to engage in sexting with him, and yeah. So the fucked up part though, that was in 2019. So they were kind of just like when she filed the lawsuit, she had like a pseudonym or whatever the fuck they call that, or an alias or whatever you call it.
Oh yeah.
For herself, saying like, I don't want my name released. This motherfucker went back into court and was like, yeah, it's fucking blah 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 blah. So he like blasted her name out there. So now everybody knows who this lady is, and she's probably not gonna get work anymore, which is fucked up. So yeah, Garth Brooks is a fucking weirdo, dude. He's a hit maker, but he's also a fucking little freakosaurus rex.
I mean, I don't think that's going to blacklist her from the industry.
I don't know. You never know. There's a lot of probably...
Don't be a scumbag. And
there's probably a lot of Weinsteins and Epsteins out there that are probably interested in all that stuff. But yeah, that was a kind of a funny revelation. Not funny. I won't say funny because that shit's fucked up. But for Tom Segura to be constant for years asking like, hey, where's the bodies, Garth? Like, why are you being a weirdo kind of thing? And then this shit comes out, like, you just have to be like, oh, fucking Tom Segura was right about this one, dude. His intuition, spot on, dude. So yeah, I think he's probably just gonna fucking pay her off and just do what the celebrities do. and just try to fucking make her go away. So let's get into the business end of shit. Everybody likes when we talk about it. Friends and family all alike. So what's your take on the election? What's your take on the election?
I was like, what?
Yeah. And shout out to everybody that listens to this too, specifically for my, I mean, I'm no fucking like expert or anything like that. I just like talking my shit because I can, because I fucking vote. So if you don't vote, fucking register, dude. You got like a few more days left, I guess. I don't even know when the registration deadline is.
Oh yeah, I don't either.
But yeah, so let me actually look that up because I think that would be helpful for people that aren't sure. Election registration deadline. Let's see. Registration deadlines. Okay, so it says in person during early voting, October 7th through November 4th. In person at voting location on election day, November 5th. Sorry. You can register online. I'm fucking dying, dude. I'm dying. You can register online until October 21st. So right now we are recording this on the 16th. So you have until the 21st to go online and register to vote. Whoever the fuck you want to vote for, okay? We're just going to say that. We all know, it's been said a million times, what the dealio is. Yeah, go register to vote if you haven't already. Election day is now 19 days away. Okay, we've had
I can't
fucking
wait.
4 years worth of tumultuous bullshit and fucking restrictions and all kinds of just fucking nasty, gross shit that we've had to put up with, amongst other things like losing money and fucking paying out the ass for every single bit of wants and needs when it comes down to it. Okay. So we all know what we got to do. We got to do our due diligence and go out and vote. Cast your votes. I don't do the vote by mail thing. I love the in-person shit. I will never, ever fucking cast a vote by mail unless I'm like, God forbid, out of the country or some shit like that. Then I'd send the fucking thing in. But so yeah, it's 19 days away is the D-Day for the country, because this election right here, dude, is going to be the fucking paramount election in how the rest of the election cycles and processes and the condition of the country is going to be anyways. From here on out, really. I mean, if it goes one way, I think we're going to be in good hands. If it goes the other way, be prepared to be broke and poor and just donating all your money and all your hard-earned tax dollars to other countries and fucking people that shouldn't be here.
Or just move to Europe.
Yeah, or you could just fucking pull a celebrity move and just move to Europe, dude, if you have like trillions of dollars.
It is not that expensive to move.
Oh, I know. You've lived in Europe for how long?
I've done my research.
Okay.
I just refuse to not be close to my family.
So, yeah, with I don't know if you've seen any of the, well, I mean, shit, Trump's getting ready to do the Joe Rogan podcast, which is going to be probably epic. He's done a shitload of interviews, done a fucking ton of rallies. Yeah, Kamala has barely been able to hold her fucking head above water when they're asking her simple questions. But she did go on Fox, and she was interviewed by Brett Baer.
Ooh.
And I don't know if you've seen any of that footage just yet, and it's brand new. Dude, he fucking shredded her. She got loud. She got mouthy. I'm talking. Wait a minute, Brett. I'm talking. And like all her points were just fucking
trash,
wiped out. Like, yeah, he was like okay, like, you want to talk about turning the page. You've been the VP under Joe Biden for the past 3.5 years. Why haven't you done any of the things that you've done?
I mean, that's been the biggest question.
And what was her answer? What do you think her answer was?
Anything except for the actual answer.
Well, that's obvious.
I'm like, what'd she say?
Donald Trump has been campaigning. Well, no fucking shit. It's election fucking year. Of course he's gonna be campaigning, you fucking asshole.
You
Like,
fucking asshole.
like that of all the answers, Donald Trump has been campaigning. Well, fucking obvious, yes. And I drive a fucking truck that's gray. I can tell you anything that I want to tell you if that's gonna be my answer. But that was what she said amongst all the other things that he fucking grilled her and pressed her on. She was flustered. She was hollering and hooting and fucking screaming and trying to interrupt him and talk over the top of him the entire time. And it was fucking glorious. So, yeah, she got absolutely smashed. Her fucking campaign is down the drain almost. We got this much more to go, folks. And, yeah, I think they can get the job done if they don't do any shiesty ass fucking shit on election day, like rigging things and adding numbers that aren't really real, and you know how 2020 went. But yeah, so it's gonna be one hell of an election this year. I implore everybody to go vote, and really just think of like what's gonna benefit you. And if you have kids, definitely keep those guys in mind, because the way that shit that they want it to go will be forever fucked, and your kids are gonna have one hell of a time growing up. Because everything that they do tends to be passed on generation to generation. Not only them, but everybody. So if we're gaining money and we're prospering, and you know the economy is fucking booming, everybody's getting jobs, and you know crime rate's low, your shit's not getting broken into or fucking stolen, and you're not getting shot at and killed. Just think of how much it's gonna matter to the future generations if you're not really into giving a fuck about, oh, it's not gonna affect me, man, I don't live here, or fucking guess what, it's gonna reach out and touch you either fucking way, unless you're getting fucking hand fed, you know, money every single month by the government. Here, just here's more. I'm fucking through with that shit. I'm done paying fucking high interest rates on everything. And it's just gonna be something to watch. I'm going to have a fucking hell of a time watching it. I'm probably going to take the next day off to either just fucking sit and punch holes in the walls or just scream at the top of my lungs and just do cartwheels and fucking celebrate. Either way, I'm going to need the day off because I will not be going to fucking bed that day at all. I'm probably going to just stay up and just marathon. I might even do a live podcast maybe or something. I don't know. Be cool. Yeah. And just monitor the election results and see if we get fucked again or if we emerge victorious. Yeah. So yeah, dude. I
work from home, so I plan on working.
Oh yeah, you'll be glued to the tube for sure. Yeah. You'll be glued to the tube. And if I am at work that day, fucking you ain't gonna see me doing shit. Because I'm gonna be outside or online checking the results.
Just take the day off.
Every fucking day. I probably will. That will probably be the mission for me.
It's like, I think it's a Tuesday or Wednesday. I think it's a Wednesday.
Tuesday.
A Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. Election day is Tuesday.
I got so lucky. My boss is Tuesday. Very he is exactly along the lines politically as us, and we always have great conversations of what we want for this country.
Politics.
And, there you go. But yeah, so.
Yeah, we're going to be dashing off to Vegas in a little under 12 hours now. And on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you? I'm
so excited. We still have a few things to do.
Yep.
And once, I'm really excited. I'm excited. I'm just really excited.
Yeah, me too. I know my face doesn't show right now, but inside I'm screaming.
This is like I said, we generally do this every year. Like I said, we didn't get to do it last year. But Vegas is our place.
Yup.
This will be our 3rd year out of the 4 years we've been together that we've gone.
Let's go.
It'll be a celebration of our anniversary, which was just on Saturday. 4 whole years.
Mm-hmm. As well as both of our birthdays, because I was gone for your 30th birthday, which was a shitty bummer. I was over there for my birthday as well as my dad's birthday. So I missed a lot of shit going this year. And yeah, so this one's gonna be a massive trip, and I'm excited beyond belief, and can't wait to get there and win some major ducats.
It's funny. I brought this up to him. I can't remember when week, but it's funny because I'm going to be hitting
tables.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be playing slots. And
normally it's like vice versa, like, you know.
I don't really fuck with tables, period. I just don't get into them because I don't understand them. And yeah, that's just how it's going to be. Tables and slots.
Yeah, I plan on doing some blackjack and roulette. That's pretty much it. I plan on doing slots too, but, you know, we're watching.
Closely monitoring.
Yeah.
Before this light gets taken out. So yeah, Vegas is going to be dope. I'm sure the next podcast will be really entertaining. And I'm going to try to get Tyler on this next one because it's going to be close to election, and he promised me that he would do one before the election. So either the next one or the following one leading up to election. This guy's on one. So yeah, I think that's going to be it for this one. It was a good long podcast. We needed it. And I'm going to kill him if he fucks the microphone up. So let's not let that happen. So yeah, if you are listening to this on any streaming service, I do have the fan mail app. Not app, but it's a feature. So if you have any questions or whatever, or if you have a topic that you might think is funny or whatever it is, you can hit the button on the below portion of the screen, I guess, on whatever app you're using, and it'll say, like, text me here. So you can shoot me a message directly off of whatever app you're listening to this on, and it's a little more of a cool way to engage with everybody. And yeah, that's one of the cool features, I guess, that I've introduced. I've had it for a while now, but just a reminder, if you're listening to this also, you can find it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pocket Casts. I don't know. There's a ton of them out there. Check it out. We also have the YouTube page that's up now. This will be uploaded hopefully later on tonight and then be made available maybe tomorrow. I got to really get on that because I have a lot of work to do. You can find me on Instagram at digital_demons_podcast. YouTube, just type in Digital Demons Podcast. You'll see all the recorded episodes and all the newly recorded episodes since we've been recording since like July? Yeah. Something like that. As well as X, if you're on there. It's DGITLDMNSPOD, Digital Demons Pod. Or you can email me the good old school way at digitaldemonspodcast@gmail.com. Looking forward to getting this trip underway soon. So we're going to go finish packing up and making sure we don't forget our wristbands for the festival on Saturday. So thanks to everybody for listening, watching if you're on YouTube. And sorry it took another long stretch of time, but like I said in the beginning, life happens, and yeah, that's just the way that shit is. So I'm gonna try to get consistent again, I promise. And yeah, hope everybody has a fantastic rest of the week and weekend. Yeah, take care of yourselves. All right, Latro. Bye.